Hello, so today we're going to be doing a video on another foundation. I think I've mentioned in my previous videos, I've never warmed up to Nars. So I've gone into Nars and I tried Smashbox because of the great reviews, and I tried Nars. So the Smashbox was in the shade M20 warm, and I tried the Aruba, which seems to be the closest to my shade, because most of Nars I find it very warm, and I am a neutral undertone. I'm going to be trying the Nars with you guys. Let's see how it looks. So I've cleaned my brush. This is the NYX professional brush in the number 22. It's an angled foundation brush. You know what? I might actually use, this might be the Nude by Nature Nude by Nature flat foundation brush, and see if that makes a difference, because this doesn't need that kind of a bristle. So let's see. I'm just going to apply very lightly and see what the finish is like. It's interesting how, although the Smashbox is warm, it was very pale on my skin, and I didn't like the foundation at all, so I didn't want to try it on a video. I have got this sample pot here, and I don't want to do it. I don't even want to apply it on my face. So all I've got at the moment is my Neutrogena Hydro Boost water gel. So I have minimized the use of oil-based things underneath my water-based foundation, because it seems to be the source of the oil that settles on my face. And I've applied the Milani No Pose Zone Mattifying Primer. So this seems to be the best primer to minimize your pores than all of the other ones. I've tried She Glam, I've tried Elf, I've tried NYX. None of them does the pore minimizing function as the Milani does, and it's one of the, I've also tried the One Size, and I wasn't very impressed, although the review seems to be saying it's the best one. But I think the Milani is the best so far. Oh, that's the Nars. I've changed my mind. It's actually quite good. So maybe when I need to buy my next foundation, this is an option. Maybe I was trying on warm shades, then a neutral shade, and I needed to, so you can see, trying to enlarge my face so you can see the pores are minimized, but there is a spot there and there's a spot here. Oh wow. So I'm just going to dip a little bit in there, put it in my hand, and then try and spot color. So I have a bit of a dark pigmentation slash where the sun hits my cheekbone. So I have a bit of a dark spot on both these areas here. I generally use a bronzer to cover it. Oh my lord, look at that finish. I did reduce because the video gets too long for TikTok, and my girl told me that, Mom, don't make too long a video for TikTok. We have a very short span and we just kind of browse and just scroll down if the video is too long. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I've got a bit of foundation on my earrings, but can you see? Wow. Wow, that's let me just enlarge it. So that's a pretty good finish, I would say. I can hardly see any of my pores, and I can hardly see any of the pigmentation spots on my face, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this. So this is in daylight, just walking towards my window. No yellowing, not much at least, except near my nose. And I have changed my mind regarding Nars. Yeah, I know why people go gaga about Nars now. So I'm just gonna finish that look of that Nars Aruba with a bit of concealer. This is the Milani concealer in the shade 150 Natural Sand, and I have to say, guys, this is much better than the Tarte. It is much better than all other concealers, including the L'Oreal, including the Revlon, all of the concealers, even Hourglass. I must say this is the hands down the best concealer, and Priceline has a sale going. Apply is from MP Cosmetics. I'm a big believer. I've got a big believer of always going local products, and MP Cosmetics is an Australian brand. A liquid bronzer with hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. I tried this in the store today. A little goes along. Oh god, I have it all. It's very liquidy, so you got to be very careful. And the dispenser is not. If I have a criticism, I would have wished that if they had a sponge dispenser or a pump even. So look at that. So that's my bronzer. So I'm just gonna, the irony is I just covered up those that little bit of a darkening natural shadow on my face, and I'm just applying some bronzer now to give a bit of dimension to my face. I also apply it a little bit to my forehead because I like that little bit of sun hit look on the, so it is a bit liquidy, so you got to build it up and you got to let it dry. I do not like going very dark and heavy handed with bronzers. I use bronzers as contours as well because I prefer a warm shaded color on my skin tint, because otherwise it looks a bit gray if I used a really dark shade but cool color contour. Contours are often in cool colors. So that is the bronzer. For the blush, I'm going to be using one of the neutral colors from MP Cosmetics. It's called Heat, and it's one of my favorite blushes. Look at that. It just is a bit of a brick color one, and it's beautiful. Just does so well on my skin. I am losing volume on my face, so I like to bring, and because I've lost weight, I like to bring my blush these days forward. When I had a bigger face, I used to limit my blush to the outer corner of my eyes, but now that I am losing volume, because blush gives the illusion of, see, I would have preferred an applicator like this for the bronzer than that drip thing, that it is so messy. I hope MP Cosmetics is listening, and if they are, please change. I love your bronzer, but please change the applicator. I do love blushes. Sometimes to the point that I look like sometimes I fell into the blush. I don't care. I love blushes and I want my cheeks to look bronzed and summery and blushed up. Now for the lip, because we are creating a very neutral look, I've got this new product from MP Cosmetics. I got 2 shades. I want to try the red on another day. It was the beautiful, cool neutral, a cool red. But this one is the lip souffle soft matte finish in the color Coffee Teas. Oh my god, I tried it in the store. So I'm just going to put some foundation, the She Glam palette. I am going to be taking this one here, putting in the inner corners of my eyes to brighten it up a bit, and then taking the dark one and creating a V. See, that made a huge difference. So that's the thing with eyeshadow. It is so understated, but eyeshadow in the right color for the right occasion makes such a huge difference. Take that same old brown eyeshadow from the She Glam palette and just run it over that. So I'm just going to clean this up. So that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it entertaining, if nothing else.